This video will give a brief tour of the mammary gland. There are two specimens. One, I guess I'll take this one first because it's a resting mammary gland, and it only has ducts present with no secretory alveoli to mount anything. And so if we zoom in on any of these clumps of basophilia, then what we're looking at are ducts with connective tissue, loose connective tissue between. And so this is what an inactive gland with adipose tissue, and then surrounding these collections of ducts is very dense, irregular connective tissue. So this is the breast tissue of a non-pregnant female. And over here you just have very faint resemblance of duct epithelial cells. There's a fairly large duct there, but nowhere where you look in here will you find the secretory cells that would be producing milk and immunoglobulins and etc. to make the milk for breastfeeding. So if we then look at the active gland, this is an example of one that is not fully active, but you do have alveoli that are secreting milk. And you can see that here. Now in the lecture, you are taught that these cells produce immunoglobulin that comes from plasma cells in the loose connective tissue underneath, and it passes by a special transport through the epithelium into the lumen. And also that portions of the epithelial cells pinch off, and that forms the fat globule that's in the milk, the milk fat, and that's by apocrine secretion. So the mammary glands are modified sweat glands, and they resemble the apocrine sweat glands that you find particularly in the armpits, where some adipose tissue is secreted, and the bacteria get in that, and that's where we modern humans have to use some deodorant. But back to the mammary glands. Now here is a duct right here, and these are some of the secretory alveoli next door. Now in a fully term pregnancy, then you would find not only this, but all of these would be fully loaded with fat and milk secretion. So that is what a reasonably active mammary gland looks like.